Go, 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 go.
What's up, Tech Heart? We just came off that copy fail CVE video where we showed how you could get root access on many Linux systems from 2017 until present. Well, check this out. There was a new one found a couple days ago. It's called Dirty Frag, and it's just as mean as that other one, and worse, it's still vulnerable on current systems. Not all, but several. So, I'm going to test out a Omarchy Linux setup. I want to test some of our servers. I mean, Proxmox is a pretty important Linux system, right? Let's check out Proxmox, Arch, maybe a little Ubuntu, and some other stuff. Another big dangerous Linux CVE. Let's dive on in together. We'll check out the framework laptop running Arch first. Are you ready? Let's go, baby. All right, so let's dive in. What do we got here? Well, this new CVE is called Dirty Frag. The Dirty Frag Universal Linux LPE, baby. Now they say, on Ubuntu 24.044, RHEL 10.1, CentOS Stream 10, Alma Linux, OpenSUSE, and Fedora, it's still active. That's flipping crazy. It's still active right now on Saturday, May 9th, when it was just released 2 days ago. So this document describes the Dirty Frag vulnerability class first discovered and reported by Hyun-Woo Kim at V4Bell. Now, how do we exploit this bad boy? All we have to do is git clone his dirtyfrag.git, then we move into the directory, and we run a gcc with a couple flags, lutil, and afterwards we run the exploit. That's pretty cool. If your system is affected, you can do a cleanup after the exploit that just kind of resets your system with this echo 3 and drop caches file, or you can reboot the system. It talks about the affected versions down here, and there's a mitigation. Since a lot of these different Linux distros are not currently protected against this, you can run a simple bash command to make it all better. So what I want to do tonight is just test some of the important systems around my house. First of all is my framework laptop that I run Omarchy Linux on. Now that's basically just Arch Linux with Hyperland and a bunch of theming on top. Let's go dive in and see what happens. All right, pimps. We didn't win that Mega Millions last night, but that's okay. We've got a Linux vulnerability that's going to get us through. Let me get logged in over here. Okay, so we're on the same Dirty Frag website. And we go down here to the exploit. And again, this is Omarchy Linux 3.0. I update the sucker every now and again, but we can run this git clone command right here. Let me copy that. And we'll run over to a terminal. Let's clone that git repo. Boom! And we can move into the Dirty Frag directory. Now, I have not run this yet. I don't know if we're going to be vulnerable. If we go back over here, and we're going to grab that gcc command to build the sucker. Oops, did I get the G? I don't think I did. Oh well, I'll just type G first. Copy, G, paste. Yeah, I think that's about right. Let's run that command. And wow, that was pretty quick. Now, all that's left to do is we'll run the exploit. EXP, baby! You're gonna see my shadow, and that's okay. Do we pop root? Do we pop root? Dog! We popped root. We popped root. We're freaking root, bro. May 8th, freaking root on Omarchy 3.0. That's freaking nuts, dog. Let's go back over to the computer, and I'm going to catch up with you cats. It popped root! Okay, another super important part at my house, oh, get that out of here, is my servers. Boys, those are running Proxmox. Let's test these suckers out. A couple Dell Power Edges rocking and rolling. Come on. Okay, rock stars, we have a terminal open. I can SSH into my user account on my Proxmox PVE1. That's that server we just looked at. Looky here. You're logged in as Pauly to Proxmox PVE. That's pretty cool. Here we are on our Debian-based Proxmox VM. Let's open up our Dirty Frag website and we can do a git clone, blah, 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 blah. We'll copy that. And let's paste it in, yeah? Okay. So we clone the Dirty Frag. We can go in there. Now look, this is a big thing. This is like my Proxmox server where I run so many plexes and rstacks and torrent downloading and my BBS and like my websites and like everything. This is scary. And then we run that GCC command. It's not going to pop root on freaking Proxmox. Dude, we didn't update yet, but it's not going to freaking pop root. So all we have to do is this GCC command over here. I think it'll take a bit longer here. Oh, not really. And then we have to run the exp exploit. What's your over under? Are we popping root? No, 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 no! Dude, we popped root. We popped root with this Dirty Frag joint. Oh my God. Oh God. Okay. Let's mitigate it on this one because this is actually like a production joint here. I think that's this. Yeah. Let's go down here for cleanup. We are going to echo 3 to this drop cache. We want to clean everything up. So let's do that. Oh my God. We freaking dropped root on Proxmox. That's nuts, bro. Okay. So we did the cleanup. Let me go back here and let's run the mitigation. I think it's safe to run the mitigation. It's going to run an sh command, printf, install esp4, da, 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 da. It's going to mod probe, da, da, da. Oh, it's going to rm mods. Okay, it's going to remove these modules, esp4 and esp6. Look, I don't know if I need these, so I'm not going to run this mitigation right now because this is literally my production servers that run everything. So here's what we're going to do. We have our Dirty Frag that we know is vulnerable. Let's do a sudo apt update on our Proxmox. Okay, we have some upgrades ready. Let's do a sudo apt upgrade. And we'll let that finish.
Go, 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 yeah, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave.
Okay, so now after that, let's run the exploit again after our update and see if we're still vulnerable. I hope we're not vulnerable right now. We popped freaking root again after an update on Saturday, May 9th, 8 p.m. Debian Proxmox is still vulnerable to this Dirty Frag freaking thing. So if you were like on my websites or my bulletin board and you somehow popped a fucking shell, you would own my ish. Since I don't want to patch this system just yet, let me exit out of here. And here we have a simple stock Ubuntu 26.04. It's the newest Ubuntu that you or me or anybody would install. We'll just get through this little onboarding. If you don't pick dark mode, something wrong with you. Now let's go grab our stuff here. We'll grab our Dirty Frag commands. Here we go. Gonna go ahead and copy that, and I'll open up a terminal. Okay, I think I can blow this up for us. Like so. And now let's clone Dirty Frag. Now moving into the Dirty Frag directory, and we can grab that command. GCC, some flags, and lutil. Jump right back here. Paste it in. All right, what's the over-under? Is Ubuntu 26 going to be vulnerable to Dirty Frag? Let's see. Oh my freaking Lord. It is, dude. So yeah, this dirty frag is a doozy. Now, since this is just a VM, we're gonna run the mitigation. I will go back over here. Actually, maybe if I just make this a little smaller. Yeah, so we can jump back and forth easier. Just bring that down a little bit. Pull this up here a little bit. Okay, let's go down to the mitigation. We have to do some cleanup first, so I'll copy this command. And as root, I will run the cleanup, like so. Now we can exit out of here, and let's go run the mitigation. And I'll walk us through it too. Copy this command. And let's talk about it. Okay, what this mitigation does is it creates a dirtyfrag.conf file in etc/modprobe.d, and it removes 3 modules, ESP4, ESP6, and RxRPC. Since we don't need any of those on this machine, let's run it. Oh, we're gonna need sudo. Now, if we run the exploit, it fails. And just for good measure, let me show you how we'd remove that mitigation if Ubuntu 26 pushes a fix in the future. You'd just run a sudo rm on etc modprobe-d dirtyfrag.conf, and then you'd do modprobe esp4. That brings back esp4. Oops, sudo. ESP6 and RxRPC. Then you do a sudo apt update and a sudo apt upgrade. Now, so long as Ubuntu has fixed dirty frag, you'd be protected. But since we're still on the same, we're back to being pwned. So there it is, guys. I think many Linux distros are borked right now, today, May 10th, Sunday. I'll catch you in the outro. We're screwed! All right, friends, so that is my take on dirty frag. This is a bad little boy, and a lot of our systems are still affected today. I specifically took 3 days to record this video. My first tests on Omarchy Linux, that's an Arch-based distro, were on May 8th. Still vulnerable! Then I did my Proxmox tests on May 9th and May 10th. Still vulnerable. And lots of us run all of our self-hosted server stuff on Proxmox. I have 3 nodes, and yeah, that's an issue. Even though I didn't do it in the video, I did run the mitigation on all of my Proxmox servers, so they're safe for now. I did show you guys how to remove that mitigation in the future whenever these distros do push a new Linux kernel and address this issue. Finally, we booted up the brand new Ubuntu 26.04, and yeah, still there too, man. So listen, this last week or so with copy fail, that was a doozy, and now dirty frag, I almost think DF is worse. So check all your production systems. Make sure you mitigate anything that matters or could bring you problems. And just all in all, man, be safe out there, Linux heads. For now, Tech Heart and Dixie out.
Turn them to a game. Take the best I say and put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some